guide and book. Well, there is a a 10 times 2 times active right now. There aren't many champions, unironically, in the game I think that we really want anymore. Like, that we're going to go for. The list is pretty small, and the reason is because there's not that many champions that have huge impacts as far as their kits. So we could briefly go over what those champions are real quick. And I can show you the Mercy or Voids. So 42 Lego 10 Epic, by the way. So for the Ogres, I still want a Eurogrim, but it's not that big of a deal now because we have the Rat King, but I would still like a Eurogrim. He's got a great poison kit. I think it's going to be pretty good to have. Korogar looks very interesting. Possible clan boss tech there. This really tanky counterattack, ally protect shenanigans. I like him. Ignatius could be also okay for Frostbiter, though he's kind of outdated. That's about it for Ogres. For Lizardmen, I have all the epics I care about. And for Legos, it's really just Necmothar for Hydra, but he's honestly kind of redundant. Maybe use him for Hard Doom Tower. And then Draco for clan boss things. I would still want him. He's still pretty fucking mint. So, and then Skinwalkers, Basher, great for Arena. I would love to have him built out. He has this increased cooldown thing that's super strong, lockout thing. And then Legendaries, Leorius, probably my top pick overall for Arena. He's like super good. Would love to have Leorius. Hits like a truck. Is immune to CC. He has unkillable shenanigans. Yeah, he's really great. So I'd love him. And then Longbeard. He's got the best ally attack. Could be cool for clan boss as well. Thinking outside the box here. And then Orcs. Still no Vrask. Wouldn't mind a Vrask. Wouldn't mind a Trumbor either, I don't think. He's interesting. But Vrask is really good for healing, really good for Griffin. Could be interesting. Pardon my sickness still. And then for the legendaries, Creela again for counterattack, but I think she has a little bit of a worse counterattack. But it is still very good. And then Warlord again for Arena, Insanity. And Supreme Gaelic's very good. Nogdar is interesting, and Iron Brago is very interesting. Orc's got some good ones. Alright, anyway, I digress. You have 7 Voids, 2 times Leorius, nowhere near Epic. Or Lego Mercy, to be honest, so we're just pulling in the wind. Fingers crossed on even purple would be exciting. Just to see purple, you know. We'll probably see 1 purple, statistically. Not sure who it's going to be. But probably see 1 purple. There it is. And it's Demitha. Very desired epic for the dwarves there. Just not one that I want, unfortunately. Let me reset my Versi. That was 3 here, so 45. This is back at 0. Good to know. Well, there's our epic, so that was all we can oh my god. We actually hit a Lego, and it's actually in the Gaellen pack, but it's not really one we want. Hey man, I ain't complaining. To hit a Lego and to actually hit it in the Gaellen pack in itself is a challenge. So Angar is interesting. Very niche champion. Very possibly gets buffed in the future. He actually is kind of a pest in Arena. I'll definitely build him out just to be an Arena pest. So he has his A1 is a double hitter, extra hit if they have a provoke, so a triple hit if they have a provoke. Very small kit, by the way. A2, 3 turn cooldown. AoE provoke, reflect, and then puts counterattack in himself. Obviously, you're provoking everybody, and then you've reflected yourself, so then they hit you, they take more damage, then you counterattack, and you triple hit because the thing. Passive. If an enemy with provoke attacks, you have 40% chance of books to 50 of placing a provoke debuff on them, so extending the provoke. Each hit taken will reduce damage by 5%, up to 30% one round. So you can chain provokes. Also very good for Magma Dragon. He's really kind of a pest, so we are building out a pest. I didn't think I'd be resetting my Void Lego Mercy here, but there's Angar. You could also say we just lost the 1 in 4 to get Leo, but, you know, why think like that? We have 3 more. Technically, I can get another legendary, right, in a world. Gear Grinder. Anger is exciting. I get to build on Anger now. I didn't think I'd be building on anybody. So, to build on anybody is exciting in itself. Last Void. And no. Alright. That's that. Once this 10x is over, I guess it's another day. So I'll maybe have a couple more voids to pull for it. At most here. Once that event is over, I'll stop pulling. I don't want to pull on just the generic 2 times. I want to pull on only the 2 times for Leo. Again, we're entering the targeted area now, you know, so it's like I just want to pull for the you know, the people we want. We're in full horde. Just to clarify, we have 7 sacreds. We've been actually being good boys here. Let us do our dailies, and then we'll start working on Angar through masteries. That's very exciting, though. I wonder if I put him in, like, protection center. So what like, Mimi set can I put him in? Protection might be good. Stone Skin seems a bit redundant. Floor 100 complete for Magma Dragon. 2 more to go. Complete normal this rotation. Support Champion Side Room. Always an easy one. I think we might have a couple voids, but I think the 10 times for Leoris is done. Let's just double check after this. Easy peasy. More Teia fragments. And closer to my Gaellen boys. So we got 4 days till Undead Horde, which is when we get our next mission section at least. Yeah, 2 voids, and it's just the 2 times. I don't think we're close either for Mercy, right? No, not close for Epic Mercy. We could do the quote-unquote building Epic Mercy meme. Not particularly mine. We're missing so many voids on 2x for epics already, like Urigrim, Prundar, Skrank, Basher. I think we're also missing one here. No, just those. I think it's probably okay still to pull, just because. But Sacreds and Ancients we're just pretty much waiting on events for. But voids are kind of whatever. Alright, nothing. Building Mercy, as they say, right? Sitting a good amount of Sacreds and Ancients and Shards. The upcoming Fragment event, I don't know if I mentioned it yet, is, I guess they didn't show it, but it's not a Gaellen, it's a Barbarian. It's a big Barbarian lady, so we're good for a month. We're just going to be hoarding. The hope is that they introduce maybe a Gaellen Lego or Epic during that time, because we want to, you know, maybe hit a guaranteed if we can, depending on how much they have it for. So Tag Team Arena reset not too long ago. We did go from Bronze 3 to 4, so now we're back in the section on the road to Silver 1, and again we have to get to Silver 2 by here, which I don't think will be a problem because we have 2 weeks to wait for, because you can't do up to 14 in one sitting, so we're going to be 1 week and then the next week, so we're actually on track for that. Not to mention earning 20,000 points in tournaments, this is going to take some time, so we actually have a pretty decent buffer. If we can get to Silver 2, that should be fine, if we can get there, and then because we're just still going to be stuck basically again to get to Silver 3 until we get like a real nice chunk of something else, which is basically the next big chunk of progression would be Night Revenants being unlocked, and then we also get Banner Lords unlocked. So we get both of those unlocked, we get to Silver 3, and then we're back to being blocked at Silver 4. And gold 1 is like so hard. So we got a lot of blockages incoming. I finished Angar's... What the fuck just reset? Oh, arena reset. Okay. I finished Angar's goods. We get a void. Incoming void. No void. I finished Angar's goodies. His masteries are done. Let's just go over his build. I've tested him out a little bit, and he's actually pretty fun. I am pretty happy about how he's set up. So I changed his gear a little bit, and I'll show you the exact build. Obviously, he's an HP champion. He's going to have high HP. We're capitalizing that by putting him in a pretty decent-ish bolster set. We have him in a pretty decent-ish build. So he's sitting at masteries. We'll show you here. It's defensive, counterattack defenses, high accuracy placement. Want him to not miss his abilities. So we want the Eagle Eye route for more accuracy, extensions, counterattacking, all that stuff, because we want him to be A1ing, landing extra provokes, if possible, from his passive and his A2, etc. So what we have him built in is Perception, HP, 82,000 life, decent life, 180 speed. This is off of a boost from a team that has a speed lead. So he's at like 200 realistically, not including the boost. And then mostly just high accuracy to land his provokes and his shenanigans. We have him in counterattack, jewelry wherever I can, because again, counterattacking is important for him. Want him to be A2ing to do double hits, triple hits if people are provoked, etc. So yeah, let's showcase my tag team teams, because my tag team team obviously something I have to stick on, and it's gotten pretty decent, I would say, at the moment. So I'm pretty happy with it. This is a pretty hard fight. I think this first team is really annoying to kill. So I might have to... Yeah, I guess it is what it is. We'll just try to do our best. I'm pretty happy with my team. So Razin, Danig, Krisk, Pythion. The only weak thing here is I guess Danig is like... okay. Not sure who else I'd put there. I might want to build out... what's his name? Jesus Christ. King Garog as a nuker in that first team? Potentially. He's a really good nuker in general. I might want to build him out for that. But Danig's actually really nice with his CC, etc. Second team is Fushan. This is my boosting bolster set with CC and speed lead. And the third thing's the kind of cracked one. So let's just show you what it looks like. Going through it's pretty interesting. The first team, typically I don't really lose my first and third match. My second one I was losing, but now I don't lose it as much. But this first team is pretty cracked on their end. Kimmy, all this is going to probably kill me. Wow, he was a really super weak Heffrack, I guess. Because that didn't do as much as I thought it was going to do at all. They're probably going to die now, to be honest, because they're going to get outgunned and outmanned, maybe? Let's see. I don't know. Hard to say. Let's see what happens here. This is going to be interesting engagement occurring. He didn't die. Somehow Pythion didn't die there. Danig is dead. Pythion's my only reviver, but I have double guardian set. Ooh, the taunts did go out. Wish we can get Danig back up. Is Rez coming back up? Guess not. Wow, they lost the reviver. They just lost them. That's insane. I really thought I was going to lose that fight. I guess this is just one of those things where gear prevails, you know? Layers of tankiness and having better gear is better. Either way, that was the only spooky team I thought I was going to be facing. So the other one should be Piss Walks. So let's watch the second fight. We'll do it on... I'm going to keep it on auto, but I'll do it on one time. So I wanted you should have watched. So it should be a boost. They're probably going to go first. I might get cut here. I'm not sure. But we should have some decent defenses from the bolster from Ankar. He should send out some stuns. Big nukes from Skullboy. Let's see what transpires here. Okay, there's all the buffs in the universe from Duchess. Counterattacks. Boom! Fushan with the big one-shot. There's the big hit. And he's down. So now we're down to 2 people. Okay, 1 person. What do we got? She stole my stone skin. Okay, it's not looking great. I'm probably going to lose this. Duchess is such a problem. Her on the far right over there. We know it's a problem. You know, Duchess is one of those scourges of Arena. Just kind of one of those things you got to deal with. Not a whole lot more I could do in this fight. I'm pretty sure it's just GG over here, Notary. Still my weakest team, but Yeah, it's better. It's a step in the right direction. I like watching Ninja get killed twice. Polymorph went out. Cool beans. Well, that is that. All hope is lost. The second fight is a loss here. Let's see, the third fight should be much more guaranteed victory. Once the Rat King gets to attack, it's kind of just GG typically. Yeah, pretty easy peasy, even with like whatever shenanigans going on. Easy victory. Let's try to showcase that middle team again if I can. I try to fight teams that have like 400,000 power around there, but it's a little bit hard. This team looks like a tankier team. Maybe fight them. Not sure if I'll be able to cut, but we'll find out. Be cool to get a bolster set in the first team, just because it does stack with Chris Shield. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I think I'd have to get a bolster set pretty much on somebody that is a nuker, but I don't have any HP nukers in the Gaellen Pact really, so... Not that there's no hope for that, but it's just limited hope, I would say. Come on, Danig, terrorize those elves with your bane of the elf racism. Alright, first team won, as they often do. Here's the interesting team. Okay, big nuke. And claw stun. Angar with the taunt. Bam. Let the angaring begin. That taunt is great. Honestly, the boost and then the siege hull kind of just kills most things. Third team. Ooh, they got stripped. That's right, I have no bolster now. They're in shield set. Oh, I forgot I put my Vergencar in shield set, not bolster. Something I might have to change in the future. Not sure how it's going to go for this stuff. I might still win just because Rat King is that good, but this is going to be close. Let's find out. Let's see if the Rat King can somehow prevail by himself here. It's not looking great, but it's looking okay. Oh no, Ninja gets another turn. Yeah. Well, 2 out of 3, I'll take it. Bolster's a hard set to come about of. Might have to get more. Actually, I might want to build my Rat King in protection or something. Currently, he's built to obviously do solo content, but I don't even think he needs us to be able to do solo content, so maybe we'll rebuild him. One thing I haven't really thought of is, like, my Undead faction obviously unlocks in 3 days. I don't even have, like, 5 people for the Undead faction. I have this Balthus Druglord here, and then aside from that, I have Ultimate Death Knight, Crypt King Grawl, and I think the Seducer and this Death's Doom Screech are it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty much it, I think. Doom Screech, Seducer, Balthus, Crypt King, and then UDK. That should be honest enough to get me through the first week, so we actually just ripped a Sacred off of Nightmare and Ultra from our Clan Moss Daily. Puts us at 10. Coming up on a monthly here as well. I have to bang out a lot of campaign to catch up to it, but coming up on the monthly. I've never been at this many Sacreds, I don't think, saved up. And I think we're just going to keep saving until we get to 20, maybe 25, so we could ensure that if there is a guaranteed for an upcoming event, that we can hit it. If you take a quick look here, I can pull up real simply. Oh, Hades guaranteed. I think there's a chart for it. Okay, maybe not. That'll be easier to find. Past guaranteed champions. You can see when, you know, the approximation for what these things, you know, at least are. So Michinaki was a 10k appointment. That was pretty recently. That was a new type of thing. But before that, 110 for voids, 110 voids, 44 in epic, 110 voids. So you can see voids are pretty far out of our reach. 20 sacreds there for a Lego. 15 sacreds for Nekmathar. You know, 12 sacreds for Sissia. You see they've gone up over time. All the guarantees have gone up. 15 for Kyoko. So you can expect 20 probably for the next upcoming one. Looking back now, you know, there's only been guarantees for like a couple Gaellen champions in general. Ones I would like to get for sure. Like I would definitely do a guaranteed for Ragash or for Nekmathar at this point in time. So it's kind of like, you know, looking at it for the future, it's definitely something to worth thinking about. Getting 110 voids is so much harder than getting 20 sacreds. So It's a bit skewed there, but yeah, something to keep thinking about. Saving voids for both events and both guarantees is pretty important. So what it really equals, honestly, is it equals something more along the lines of, it makes more sense in this scenario at the very least to just save up to like 30, because what 30 does is it guarantees us enough 20, the 20 bracket for doing 20 bracket for doing a guaranteed pull, and also a bracket of 10 sacreds is enough to finish any sort of fragment fusion event. And if you're wondering why I'm doing normal campaign now, it is less effective than doing my normal nightmare, my standard nightmare. The reason I'm doing normal is because I have to make up actually a large amount of battles for the monthly, so I'm going to spend my energy leveling food in normal instead, because it's well, I get more battles done. So just try to hit the metrics. Here we are at the top of Doom Tower normal. This rotation, easy rotation, Eternal Dragon. No problems whatsoever. Just getting our cheeky Void Shard for the month. Looking forward to pushing hard after this and making some progress, seeing how far we can get. It's a okay rotation for us, so if we can get decently high, maybe we can even farm a higher tier of Griffin, but currently we've been raking in the Guardian on the first floor of Doom Tower hard 10 each day, which is always appreciated. Down goes the Big Bad Dragon. There's our Void. There is normal complete again. We do have, I believe, one more day? No, 2 more days till Undead unlocks. We get access to that bad boy. Currently on Clan vs. Clan, we are in Tier 2. We have rewards pretty much up to the end here. Nothing too fancy to claim, I don't think. We can take all this, take all this, take all this. I have a lot of clan bosses to run, so might as well just take this now. When we finish this one, I should have enough points actually to purchase the Void Shard that is in the clan shop this week, which is nice. So we'll be getting that. But for now, I have to run my clan bosses, and then we have to do some campaigning. We're going to have, this is one of those days where we end up killing all of pretty much every single clan boss except for maybe Easy. 2 times Spider was active, so for super raids, I hit my first mythic Gaellen piece, which is exciting in itself. Very curious what it's going to be. Ooh, nice amulet for skinwalkers as well. And nice accuracy banner. And it's res with fractured attack. Yeah. I'll still keep it, but to say disappointing would be a tit of an understatement. But, that is okay. Clan vs. Clan not coming to a close, per se. But we are getting the last reward here. Which does mean the clan shop, we should be able to purchase our Void Shard. Very nice. Also can get energy this week if I need to. I don't really think I want to. I think I'm just going to probably keep it on. I do have to book out an epic for the clan versus, or the clan quest. Not sure what epic I'd want to book. I guess I could just check to see who still needs books, if anybody. Aox I have booked. Okay. I don't think I'll ever need a book. This bad boy. Jizzo? I don't know what Jizzo. Broadmaw? No. I guess maybe Jizzo. Nah. What the fuck's the point? Oh, booking a Basilisk is fine, actually. Let's book Did I book Basilisk? Book Basilisk, yeah, because Basilisk actually would want to make 6-star eventually. Reason being, he's integral to the side room, the hard side room. I don't mind booking out his passive. I don't mind booking his A2. Did it say fully book? What is it? Fully upgrade an epic champion's skills. Yeah, it is. That's fine. I have so many books. The reason this is good because you put him in, you want as many, ideally you want 2, sometimes 3 basilisks for the hard side room, and it helps a ton because you put him in stun set. His A1 rip and tear with the stun set AoE. His A2 also has a stun. It's a place, so it can't weak hit on 3-turn cooldown, and his passive brings him back to life So he's actually pretty good for that one scenario. Maybe not so good for the rest of the world, but when it comes to the hard Doom Tower, Lizardman Epic one, he helps a lot. And there's, I believe, a Force one he's also can be used for, so that one's not too bad as well. We are progressing, speaking of Doom Tower, progressing hard Doom Tower again today, because, well, we can. We're at that point. And for the monthlies, I've been getting through my campaign battles on normal as much as I can, just to try to chip away at the numbers, you know. So we're getting close to that 500, so we got 5 days left, so we have enough time to get through this, but after hard Doom Tower, I'll have some more energy. Operation keep doing normal 12-3 until I have 500 done is underway still, and I'm rounding about 100 left to do in 4 days, so that's going well. Unrelated, I remember how we built these 2 Muckstalkers out? Not sure where the second one went, but we have 2 Muckstalkers we built out to do this Sand Devil, this whole plan with all this shit. And I did revisit Sand Devil, but I found something, a better way to do it that has gotten me farther. I was stuck at like 8 last time, and now I'm pushing up to 12 here. I could try 12 again. It's around Torture Helm. Torture Helm turns out can just basically solo it. Hypothetically, I think you could solo almost all the way up, just that you need some really good gear and good stats, but specifically the speed. You need eventually 270 speed, which I'm able to artificially get because of Fu Shan and his masteries with the Swift Death thing. We're getting each speed for dead allies, give me 24 extra speed, puts me at 270 plus Fu Shan's. Aura. Fu Shan just pretty much dies in 2 seconds. His aura gives me an extra 24 speed, so my Torture Helm is actually moving like 300 something. Regen set, as high HP as I can get him, close to 80k. I can get him to 80k with a little bit better gear. This is like my best regen and speed I have with this sort of gear. I'm talking like pretty nice pieces. And what I eventually would need is I would need the Ascension. I'm looking for souls for him. There's an Ascension from the light called Miracle Heal, which ideally I'd get at least the 5th level from, but if I can get the 3rd level, that'd be massive, which restores a chunk of destroyed HP every time he heals. This works in the regen set, and this works on his passive, and the whole idea behind it is Torture Helm basically is going to get killed by Sand Devil's big attack every 3 turns and come back from this. This could trigger Miracle Heal, preventing him from taking much damage, and really all the damage this guy does is just from War Master procs, which isn't great. His A2 does hit decently, because it's proportionate to his max HP and number of dead allies, which is going to always be 4 because you put in some shitters. So just to showcase what it looks like, and this might not succeed since I'm trying to push higher. And most likely what's going to happen is he'll die. This will take, if it does succeed, this takes forever. It's like 8 or 9 minutes. There's no way around that part. But you'll see what happens is, there's the bigger hit, the 20k. Fu Shan's going to die here, which is fine, which we want to happen basically. And yeah, Torture Helm's just going to keep on hitting and keep on dinking away. And doing whatever he does. Every 3 turns he'll come back to life, heal a little bit. We just need that Miracle Heal blessing so he can start chipping away at that max HP, because he will be getting... Currently I'm having issues with the max HP problem, which the blessing should solve. And then it's just about nickel and diming the gear. But at the very least, stage 7 is the most effective to get basic oil, so he could do that no problem. But then it jumps to the most effective for the mid-tier oil is 24, and the most effective for the highest tier oil is 25, which is the highest stage. So to get to those tiers, I'm going to need decently better gear, 270 base speed minimum, if not higher, maybe 100,000 life. So if I can get to 100,000 life, I can get to like close to 300 speed. I should be able to do it with Torture Helm. I don't think there's a better champion that has a self-revive in the Gaellen Pact, but we could double check. So Maroka has some sort of revive. She has a revive on death for the team. Then Shamrock, I believe, has revive on death built in one of his abilities. Yeah, built in people with less than 50% life. But again, this is high cooldown team based. Revive on Death target is Lamber. I don't think that's very good. It doesn't really help me. Yeah, single target, not good cooldown. Revive on Death self. I'm not sure why it doesn't list Torture Helm here, considering he does that, but yeah, he does Revive on Death. Maybe because he doesn't place Revive on Death. Oh, here we go. Revive self. Okay, so we have Basilisk, super long cooldown, no good. Torture Helm, fastest cooldown. Brachus also has a Revive on Death. He'd be a very good option as well. I don't know if it's on as long of a cooldown. It's 3-turn cooldown, and Brachus is on a 5-turn cooldown. And it's only with 20% HP. I guess it's effectively a 4-turn cooldown because he grants himself an extra turn. But so it's a 4-turn cooldown versus Torture Helm's 3-turn cooldown. His A1 does heal him. I don't know if that makes a difference. And his A2 is a 6-hitter. His A3 doesn't heal him. Maybe it'd be better for Brachus because he does more damage. He might be able to keep himself up longer. He is a legendary, so he has technically better stats. So we got a Brachus. That might be a way of doing it. But yeah, you could start to see the HP, max HP gets real low here. So this is where a Miracle Heal would keep this in check, I believe, decently. And he's just going to keep reviving and keep doing this, basically. Brachus could also use... I don't know, what is it, Brimstone maybe? It's hard to say. Either way, someone like Brachus might be something worth looking into if there was like a 10 times or something to pull for. He's also a champion as a 1 in general, but you can see once we can count the turns, that's 3 turns right there, 4 turns, 5 turns, we'll say 6 turns, 7 turns. So you can see all the turns before he died. So if his revive was on a longer cooldown, he'd be fucked there. But there's a case where I just got back to back, so that causes an issue. So you can see at the max HP heal, the problem is he's being healed with the passive 50% of his HP, not his max HP. It's of his current HP. So when his max HP is reduced, he's coming back with a less ideal amount. He has no percentage. He has no real good damage. I wish he had like an HP burn or something like that. And I can't... There's no set I could put him in. I can't put him in a poison set. I can only afford a 2 set. So there's no 2 set that gives him supplemental damage. Yeah, so I'm not sure what exactly to do in that department. But either way, that's just a glimpse of what I'm working with and what I'm thinking about. And, you know, maybe one day we'll snag ourselves a Brachus the Shifter. Would love to. Very cool champion in general. Older champion, but very cool. Look at the base speeds here. 101 speed, 19k life. We compare it to Torture Helm here. Torture Helm is 96 speed, same life, give or take. So he actually is slower. 1,000 defense, 96 speed. And then Brachus had less defense, but 5 speed faster. So which would end up after scaling being, you know, maybe like 7 or 8 speed faster. So yeah, there's a difference in speed. You know, there's a difference in that. And again, would this be too long? I don't know. 5 turns. Really, it's 4 turns because he's immediately granting an extra turn. Means he cuts. So the second he dies, he cuts in. Then he is able to. You know, his A2 has a heal. His A1 has a heal. So imagine him with Miracle Heal, healing himself off of that. Might be something interesting. The True Fear would never get placed, but it doesn't matter. He does place a Weaken. I don't know. You know, his damage increases when his HP is low, so maybe it might be better. I've seen some things where Brachus does some interesting solos, so hopefully we'll get a Brachus and we can maybe test that out. But yeah, as of now, Torture Helm doing his damnedest. Big clan boss day, brutal nightmare, ultra nightmare, and now we're finishing up hard here. Pushing Doom Tower hard some. Now that we have normal done for this rotation, so we're on floor 30, which is Nether Spider. Now that I have, I've identified and kept presets for my whole team, thank God. It's very nice to have, because it's like I'm always so conflicted and estranged about, like, sometimes you forget what teams you have, etc. But having the presets really makes a big difference, as long as I don't fuck with people's gear too much. But most of the people that are on the preset teams are kind of like mainstays. Like, I don't think... So these 5 champions, the only one who's really changed gear. Actually, Snicktrack, Krisk, and Python really have only gotten better gear because they're all on my clan boss team now. So aside from that, they're pretty much in similar stuff. But they're in, like, Guardian set and, like, better, higher stat breakpoints. But, yeah, just better. But there we go. There is floor 30 done. Cheeky 5-star chicken. Use Vino for the block. Revive, the block heal. I have done the hard side rooms, so this side room was really funny. I 3-manned it very easily with these 3 people, because they're just, CC gods and damage gods, right? So no problems there. This hard room, epics only. It's like the easiest hard room on hard, side room on hard. This one is HP only. I just don't have the champions to do this, like, successfully. I tried with, like, Angor, Snicktrack, Claude. I did not have the champions. Like, I tried these 5. This is my biggest 5 I can put in. Yeah, didn't have the means, unfortunately. I even stripped some people a little bit after the fact. I got frustrated. I was fiddling with gear. Even with the bolster set from Claude. Maybe if I had Claude in a shield, I don't even know. I don't even know what the solution is. You need damage, and you need a reviver to really do this hard room. It's super challenging otherwise. But yeah, so that is that. All right, so Undead Crypt is open, and I've got the dregs. We have well, like I said, we have the dregs. I have to reduce the volume because there was a patch, but yeah, we're using, the bottom of the barrel boys here, which honestly should be enough because we have Ultimate Death Knight, and he should carry us into the end times. And my Doom Screech, which is a good champion, so is Seducer. Doom Screech is in shield set. With this completion here for this run, we should have our monthly done, so we're on track for the next 3 days. Now, something fun that did happen, the Call of the Arbiter series is coming out, and I'm pretty sure if we watch this, we get some energy every single day, which is exciting stuff. We'll go through that eventually. Shard count's looking like 11,551, and the reason I mentioned that specifically is because, take a look at our Mercy here. We're in Mercy for Ancients, we could pop it. Void is not so much for Epics, unfortunately. Sacred's not close, but there's currently a 10 times coming up that is going to be, I'm not sure if it says it here. No, it's for 2 champions we really want to do. One of them is a 10 times for Eurogrim for Voids, which will definitely, we'll pull whatever we have for them. At the same time, it's also a 10x for, that's the wrong faction. Chagur, which is, I'm not, not planning on hitting that. But what there is actually is a 10 times for Draco, which I would love to get. So, for Clan Boss, etc. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull Ancients until we hit, until we pull Legendary, and then we'll just kind of stop there. So we'll be able to guarantee hitting a Lego at least, but most likely, statistically not going to be a Draco, but we'll hope, fingers crossed. There was some new champions that came out. I think two for the Gaellen Pact. One is Wuzgar. He's pretty cool looking. He's got a skull on his back, and he's got this skull, and he's got this cool looking ochre guy. Non-Void, also exciting, because we're still missing, 2, him and Lorne are non-Voids there. He's got a 4-hit A1, which is really rare, actually. Heal and counterattack on himself, and then reflect and shield. Very much looks like he's also restoring destroyed max HP. Very much looks like he's built for Fire Knight type vibes. So, interesting champion there. More importantly, there is a new Void Lego, which is insanely strong, which is Grazier. He is Grazier Iron Gut. He's basically like as strong as Krisk for PvP and for Hydra. Insane double AoEs, shields, heals, extending, buffs, provokes, increased res and defense, passive reducing damage from your whole team, putting a kill on himself, huge defense in all battles, really, really great stats. You know, just one more pipe dream Void Lego that I'll see in 9 years. Is he the most desired Void Lego I have? No, I would still prefer Warlord. Warlord, I think, is better in all arena cases, but very, very cool. Hopefully we'll see him one day. But yeah, we've got some undeading to do. I am comically using a Death Knight here, and the reason literally is because I have no 5th undead. It's literally all I have. So, you know, we're just dealing with what we got to deal with. This is my team. We have Ultimate Death Knight, Crypt King Grarl, who he does things a little bit. I don't have like jewelry and stuff, but I've got things. AoE HP burn, AoE freeze, sure. I've got people in whatever sets they're in, so it's yeah, it's the bottom of the barrel, you know, but that's probably okay. UDK is in Immortal, Crypt King Grarl's in Immortal, got some Perception, got some Shield going on, got some Immortal. Just gonna try to keep them alive as we can. I'll still, you know, breeze through the first section, so realistically I'm going to be pulling a lot of Ancients this weekend. There's a good chance I'll get an undead unit to replace Death Knight, so it's really just more of a placeholder. But again, I cannot describe how strong UDK is, Ultimate Death Knight, and how he could probably carry me really up to 14 with these 3 people at 40. So we're going to see how far we can get. I'm obviously missing damage on this team, but again, UDK is that good. Now, no one's booked, no one's masteried. Keep that in mind. His passive is still active, preventing everyone from taking their first hit pretty much each turn, which normally is enough. But we're not going to be able to get that far in any way. We can't get all the way up to 14. We can get like past the first boss, because we have to wait another week for that next section. So this is the easy part anyway, so we'll be able to kind of walk through there. Shouldn't be with much issue. And the shield set being a couple thousand is decent, and the shields from these units and the shields from the turn meter boost, we've got like a pretty okay team, obviously, except for Death Knight. Death Knight is totally dead weight. He's my emotional support. He's there to root on UDK. So ideally we'll pull a undead champion, and I have no problem getting, you know, these 3 guys to 50 if we have to. Might not even have to, but if I have to, that's fine too. We should come close to reaching that void also, which is exciting. I don't know how close, but kind of close. Yeah, Seducer and Doom Screech are unironically pretty strong rares, so I feel pretty comfy here. The first 14 levels of a Faction Crypt are pretty piss easy anyway, right? So, and thankfully we do have a couple heals, a couple shields going on here, so we should be able to stay pretty juicy. The only problem I surmise that's going to happen is bossing. First boss coming up. Only thing I'm going to do, and it's not really much to do, but I'm just going to A1 rotate, because, you know, I don't know, whatever. No reason not to, I guess, given the situation. And then we'll just send it. This should be, again, very easy. pretty straightforward. If I have to get someone like UDK to 60 to get me there, you know, I would, but I don't think I have to at all. I think this is going to be... Whoa, UDK's dead. Okay. Well, I didn't expect that to happen. Why did that hit so hard? Why did that one-shot UDK? That threw me for a loop. Did I get crit or something? Okay, let's try this again. I don't know what just transpired that made me take so much damage. They all have decreased attack. Oh my god, he just got one shot again. What is killing me? I mean, obviously it's... They're ally attacking. Is it Zargala's... I don't know. Let's manual. Let's manual this. What is happening here? Okay. What are my abilities? AoE decrease attack. Sleep. Sleep Zargala. No. Okay, UDK has the shield and continuous heal. Let's just try to kill Zargala. Okay, so she's slept now. Attacks all enemies, place a freeze buff for 1 turn, HP buff on targets already under HP burn. No. Okay, so Zargala's dead. And that still kills him instantly. What in tarnations? Is he dying because of the passive? Let me just reread the passive on UDK. Somehow he taking all the hits? No. Whenever an ally attacks, 100% of completely blocking one hit, decrease the damage to 0. Yeah, I think he's just eating all the hits and then dying as a byproduct. If I keep his AoE nuke up, and I can kill the allies beforehand, maybe it'll be enough to keep him alive. But I mean, I could build him tankier. Final damage. The allies should die. Oh, he's at a sliver. Oh, man. Okay, but I think that is the plan. We have to kill the allies. I didn't think I'd be having this problem this early, but I guess it makes sense that he's taking five hits worth of ally-attacked AoE, and he's, I guess, just eating all of it. And it's just too much for him to eat currently. Okay, I made Doomscreech 50. This should be enough. Okay, so AoE is going out again. Boom. AoE, rats off to you. Alright, here's the... should be hitting harder now. Did it? I don't even know. I mean... and then... boom. Okay, so all the boys are dead, and let's see. He revived them, and now he's asleep. How am I going to keep this going? So I have one turn to kill these ads. He's under HP burn, so I could just attack you. He died to a counterattack. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I can make Seducer 50. And we'll see if this makes a difference. Okay, Seducer's 50 now. Let's see if sending this is better. Auras, I have 25, 21, 33% life. Let's see if that makes a difference. I guess the plan now is to kill the ads, let him sleep himself once, then we're just going to try to bum rush the boss. Okay, that hits harder. Boom, that hits harder. Boom, that hits harder. Okay, now do we just go for the kill here? I mean, he's gonna wake up from attacking him. But I'll have 2 turns to do damage. Let's see if we can just go for it. Okay, so that was a no. Oh, they survived. That might be it. I think he's just dead. Seducer for the kill? Oh boy. Alright. So the extra HP helped. Man, that took more effort than I thought, but that's fine. These 4 people are quite good, and we still have UDK, or regular Death Knight to replace, so not that big of a loss there, but back to cruising we go. Everything else, I mean, this should all be very easy now. Just cruising along. It's all so easy now. Rats off to you. Yeah, still having no issues whatsoever progressing. I have so many layers of defenses, actually, that these 4 really good champions give that, no problems at all. Also, Death Knight's there doing things. That is the end of my keys, though. So we're back on waiting. Everything's 3-starred. I should have no problems. The second boss will give me problems. But there's some goodies to be had. I think it's bugged out currently. Yeah, being that second counterattack boss, I'm going to need someone better. Hopefully when I pull Ancients for Draco and Voids for Eurogram this upcoming weekend, we'll hit someone that hits that mark, because it's going to be required. I think the stage will give me trouble.